So my name is Nada Mahmoud, and currently I work as a lecturer at the Bioscience School, and I participate in teaching at the Bioscience and Systems Biology master programs, and also at the bachelor levels. Um, I was a previous student here at the Högskolan i Skövde, and I moved to Sweden as an international student, like yourselves. I come from Egypt, and I came to Sweden in autumn 2019. I studied the master program in systems biology, 120 credits, with a specialization in biomarkers and molecular medicine. I started the autumn 2019, as I mentioned, and graduated summer 2021. And I was hired at the university as a lecturer in autumn 2021. Those are a few pictures of me when I first arrived here at the Bologna Woods, the Bologna Skogen. And here, this is the house I used to live in when I was a student. It was outside Khufda in a small village. And I was very happy seeing the snow for the first time in my whole life. When I moved here to Sweden, I moved with my family. So I had a husband and two kids. It was difficult, if you will ask me at the beginning, definitely. Moving to a new country with a new environment and a new culture is always challenging. However, if you will ask me now, after 5 years of living here in Hofda, it's worth it. It's worth all the effort and yeah, all the difficult times. So now I'm super happy that I made this decision. Here, my family and I were celebrating the Swedish Midsummer. So we also had a lot of fun and happy times. It wasn't only studying and feeling stressed about the studies. No, we had a lot of very happy times and we learned a lot about the Swedish culture. And yeah, we were really happy during the 5 years. And yeah, as I mentioned, I never regretted this decision. We also had the chance to go outside in the nature. The Swedish nature is very beautiful. Here, the first picture is from the high coast. We had a short trip there one time. And here, this is the view from Vättern lake. Here's one of the biggest lakes in Sweden. And here I was taking a walk with my two young kids in the woods. What did I earn from moving here? A respectful degree. Definitely, as Benjamin mentioned, there is always a lack here in the market for people who can work in the lab and have the experimental skills and also can analyze their data. So of course, I am super happy that I earned my degree and yeah, and of course a career that I am feeling fulfilled every day coming to work, feeling happy, and I have been working here at the university since 3 years. So that means I'm happy. And of course, it's a memorable adventure. It's an adventure I will never forget. We had gone through the good and bad, but this is something I will always forget. I will never forget. And I have gained a lot of lifetime relationships. I managed to have friends, and I managed to have my own community as well. And yeah, I'm happy that I came here. I'm happy that I studied here at Hofda in particular, and therefore I'm continuing to live here in Hofda. Of course, as a student from our university, I know from my peers and my friends, they could find a lot of opportunities and chances somewhere else outside Hofda, like in Göteborg, Stockholm, Omju, Lund, but also Hofda is a beautiful place. Therefore, I decided to stay here. But I have a lot of friends who work in different places in Hofda, in Sweden. That's everything I would like to say about myself and my life as a previous student here at the University of Hofda, and hope to meet some of you the coming autumn. Thank you.
How nice to see your presentation.
Absolutely. And I'm just a bit curious, which are the best tips you would give to our students, prospective students who are sitting here, if you could give them some kind of good advices?
As I mentioned, it's never easy to move to a new country. So if you decided to move, I would advise you with two things. The first is to be open-minded and flexible and start to learn about the society, about people, and try to fit in and try to understand that anywhere in the world will be difficult. It's not only Sweden. So whenever you will move, probably if you will move from your city to a different city inside your country, you might feel it is difficult, but you have always to have the perspective of being open-minded, being flexible, trying to enjoy the process. It might be hard at the beginning, but things usually get better by time. And also, if you came here and decided to study here at the university, put the effort. I mean, if you came so far away and you have paid a lot of money, or even if you earn a scholarship, you have to put the effort. So your stay after 1 year or 2 year will worth it, and you will be able to start a career, or even if you decided to return home, you will return home with a respectful degree, as I mentioned.
I have a question. This is a question that we always receive here at the international office when we are doing webinars and talking to students all over the world, and they are considering coming to Sweden and to study. They ask about possibilities to work while studying. And what's your opinion about this?
To be honest, in my case, I know that students are allowed to work during their studies, but my opinion, my personal opinion, which is based on my personal experience, I did not work while I was studying because me to work while you're doing a studies, that means you are taking from your studying time. And master degrees, they are master levels. So our education on that level, on advanced level. So we have to put a lot of effort if you want to earn the degree. So my advice, at least for the first semester, until you understand the study culture, until you start to digest and absorb the culture around you, the new culture, the new country, the new place, I would prefer to focus on your studies before you start to find a work here in Sweden.
I totally agree with what you're saying. That's what I tell students. They have to see their studies as their jobs and
Yes,
invest
definitely.
that if they want to get a job in the field, in the same field that they are studying later. Yeah.
Yes, you don't want to travel so far away and then um, won't be able to successfully earn your degree, and then you will face problems extending your residence permit and all this stuff, and then you will go back home empty-handed. So I would rather, that's also based on my own experience, at least my inner circle, my friends, we all chose to finish our degrees before searching for a job.
Great. Is
Sorry,
there
a couple of, just out of curiosity, which are the best places at the university, if you would recommend anyone who comes here to hang out? What are your favorite facilities?
In Skövde or in Sweden in general?
Both in Skövde or at the university, which are the favorite places you want to hang around if you can hang around at the university?
When I was a student, one of my colleagues and I used to study a lot at the library. We really loved the library. They have several sitting places, and they have a lot of books. You can have access to the internet and you can print papers if you'd like to. There are quiet rooms. So you have everything handy. You have the computers, you have the printers, you have the internet, you have the books if you'd prefer. And I remember we spent a lot of time trying to study for exams or trying to prepare and plan for labs, try to collect references. And also, one of the amazing services from the library was the references tools that we used when we write our lab reports. And we got a lot of help from the employees there on how to install the tool and how to use it to write our lab report. So yeah, I would say at the university, it would be the library, my best place. Um, and also when the weather allows to, it will be the garden. So during autumn, early autumn and summer. In Khofda in general, I like Khofda Arena. it's one of my best places in Hofda. There's a gym, there are swimming pools, there's a small but kind of very exciting rides for the kids, and also there's a nice spa for adults. So, I mean, it is a very nice place.
That's my favorite place also.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I really like this spa.
Yes, I love the spa, to be honest. Yeah, and it's quite affordable. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're coming here and check with the service you get, visiting the Arena, for example, it's quite affordable. And if you would like to, if you are not afraid to face the weather in winter, I would say Billingen during winter, it is spectacular. By the way, I have learned how to skate here in Sweden. I have never skated
Oh,
back home. No.
Mhm.
Now I have my own ski cord or skating shoes, and I skate on ice with my daughter.
cool.
Yeah,
That's very well done.
yeah.
Have you tried downhill skiing?
Skiing, I didn't try yet, but probably this winter. Yeah, but I enjoy going out during the winter in particular. I like winter sport, and I like to go. Yeah, I think I received a question here about me. If I studied using a scholarship, no, I was a tuition fees paying student.
Mhm.
But
And
I
there,
am happy with the investment. I mean, I invested in myself, definitely.
yes. There is also a question, what is the assessment style? So are there exams and how about the programs that when you studied and now you're teaching, right? I don't
Yes,
know the courses you're teaching at the moment, but what about the assessment style?
yes. We have several types of assessment. We have written exams and or computer exams where the course would be evaluated with a final exam. We have also oral presentations, and we have assignments that the students will have to solve within a limited period of time and then submit to us via our learning platform, which is called Canvas. And the labs usually will be evaluated on spot, so there is no examination for the lab, but rather they have to attend all the lab days and they will be evaluated on spot. So those are the different examination types we have.
Mhm. Thank you. Now there is a question about living expenses. We're going to talk about this, but do you want to talk about this? How much money a student would? I know you were spending much more because you brought your family, right?
Yes, yes.
But about the living expenses here.
Um, I came here, as I mentioned, with my husband and the two kids, and of course we have spent more than the average student because we had to rent an apartment that will fit our family members and also food, kids' clothes, and all this stuff. So we ended up spending around between 17 and 20,000 crowns a month, but as a family.
Yes. For students, we tell around 9,000, 10,000 Swedish
Yes,
crowns.
yes, yes.
Right?
So almost the half, yes.
Yes. But you were 4 people.
Yes, we were 12 people, yes. And actually, we were living in a village, so the rent was slightly lower than the rent in the city, inside the city.
Mhm. Yes, I got a question here about accommodation. We have some apartments, and but we don't have enough. But there is a company here in the city. We're going to talk about this later, where is the largest landlord in Skövde, and we recommend the students also to put the names in their queue system. So we give all information and yeah. Students who are bringing families generally no, they cannot live in a student accommodation because a student accommodation does not accept kids and does not accept pets. Also, if you have bring your pets to Sweden, and then we're gonna give you information about this, so so that you can prepare well in advance. Yes, thank you so much. Do you have
Thank
another
you so much.
question? Does anyone else have any question? Can type in the chat. Karin, do you have any other question?
No, I think you did a really great presentation of all the pros with coming here. So thank you so much, Nada.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had an amazing experience, and I always would love to share it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.